There's colonisation, which ultimately was the taking of our economic base in whenua and settler colonies establishing their roots. But then there was also the effects of colonialism. One was the confiscation of land, the other one was the confiscation of our minds. Part of the decolonising process requires us to accept our subjective reality that we were all colonised at some point. And so we talk about aspiring to rangatiratanga, and the discussion needs to be, what does post-colonial rangatiratanga look like for us now? Because some of us, we can't even tell the difference anymore. That's how bad, that's how deep the roots of colonisation have become within our families, within our societies, within our hapu and within our iwi. Ko pāwhirangia o tātou tikanga, ko pāwhirangia a tātou kaupapa, ko pāwhirangia te hinengaro Māori. And I think for me, that's the most devastating thing about the effects of colonisation and colonialism, is that we can't tell the difference anymore. Education as we know it started with the Education Ordinance Act. That's what introduced the structures of education as we know it. Board of Trustees, teachers, removing our reliance on our Matua to be their educators, removing our reliance on karakia. And then they started introducing the Native Schools Act, which was aimed at assimilating Māori. After that, they looked at the Native Schools Code, which banned Māori from taking an academic subject. That pushed Māori into low-skilled jobs. Then Rogernomics was introduced in the 80s, which took away all those jobs. So not only did they force us into those positions, but they also removed the opportunity to provide for our livelihoods by taking those jobs away. And then they create data and deficit models of measurement to reinforce how bad we are at doing the things that they forced us to do. So I know it's not one piece of legislation, but I think that's the risk that we run if we don't look at it in context there. We're lucky. We were raised in an environment that celebrated being Māori, that focused on the individual or the uniqueness of each child and giving them an environment that allowed them to grow and prosper. Not everyone had that same opportunity. Majority of Māori, I appreciate, didn't have that opportunity. So one thing that I aim to do is to help support and bridge the knowledge gap by providing context so that people understand you are exactly as the Crown and as the system intended you to be. So the disconnection that you feel from your language, the disconnection that you feel from your whenua, the disconnection that you feel from yourself, that is the result of successful colonisation. And once we accept that and we know that's not our fault, then we know where we pick up the pieces of our identity that had been ripped up and scattered across the system.